Good morning and welcome to the little apartment on the prairie. I am doing some dishes, as always. Isaac, you come here, bring it. Man, every time I start talking, he's like, where's my treat? Where's my treat? Okay, so today I wanted to talk about, well, I've got some people coming over later today to help me with some stuff around the house that I'm having a hard time doing myself, and I'm going to talk about who's coming and what things I need help with and stuff. But I also just wanted to take this opportunity to talk about needing help and asking for help and receiving help, which are kind of related things but not exactly the same. So a lot of people don't like to ask for help. I grew up in a family where it was kind of like not only were you not supposed to ask for help, you weren't really supposed to need help. But if you did need help, you were supposed to take care of it yourself. You weren't supposed to ask. You definitely weren't supposed to ask people like outside of the family. And it was really confusing to me because it was kind of like if I would say I need help doing this, my parents might tell me, no, you don't. You can do it yourself. Except like I knew I couldn't, but it left me feeling like I should. And my family did that a lot with a lot of things. Like I could say my stomach really hurts, and my mother would say, no, it doesn't. You feel fine. And not only is that confusing, but it got to the point where I was like, well, I can't tell if my stomach hurts or not. And even today, I'm almost 50 years old. When you go to the doctor or something and they ask you, like, where's your pain on a scale of 1 to 10? Sometimes I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know. I think it hurts. I don't know if it hurts. I don't know how bad it hurts. I don't know. Is it supposed to hurt? It's very confusing. It really screwed me up. So anyway, it was kind of like that with needing help. But if you did need help, you weren't supposed to ask people outside the family for help, but it was like if you asked people in the family, they weren't going to help. They're going to tell you shouldn't need help. So basically, you just weren't going to get help. So if you needed help, you were just supposed to do without and I guess suffer. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. So, I know a lot of people like to help. Isaac, bring it here. Like, people like to help others. It feels good to help people, right? Isaac, bring it here, buddy. Hush. Bring me your Kong. Come on. So it feels good to help people. And it should feel good to be helped. But for some reason, it doesn't because we feel guilty about being helped. We feel like we're supposed to be the helper and not the helpee. But it doesn't make sense. You can't have one without the other, right? And so one thing that was interesting to me is when I started having physical issues with my back, and one of the things is I have a hard time bending over. Like if I drop something on the floor, it's hard to bend over to pick it up. Sometimes I can do it. Sometimes I can do it, but it's really painful. Sometimes I can do it and it's not so hard. Other times I absolutely cannot do it at all. Like if something falls on the floor, it would just have to stay there till later because at the moment I could not bend over to pick it up. Or like I was afraid I'd bend over and not be able to get back up. I had times that I could not get up off the floor, that I couldn't get out of the car or stuff like that because the pain was so bad and I needed help to do those things. And that's really scary if you live alone and there's not anybody there. So when I got Isaac, for those who don't know, Isaac is my service dog. Isaac loves to pick things up for me. That's one of his tasks. And so if I dropped something, I didn't feel bad asking Isaac to pick it up. Isaac loved to pick it up. I mean, he still does. It's like he gets joy out of it. He loves it. And he doesn't mind how many times I ask him. He doesn't care, if he hands me something and I accidentally drop it immediately and he has to pick it up again. He would do that and then he's like, what else can I pick up? When I first got him, he was so excited to learn that he would get treats when he picked things up for me. He would just walk around the house picking up random items and giving them to me to see if he'd get a treat. I would be like sitting on the couch with my laptop and he'd be bringing me stuff. My lap would be full of like shoes and keys and sunglasses and wallets and whatever items he could find on the floor. Okay, I will take care of that phone call in a minute. Try and ignore that. So, and I'm going to stick a video in here or two of Isaac picking things up so you can see. Okay, get it. Get it. Oh, good boy. Get it. Good boy. Get it. Good job. Get it. Oh, good doggy. What a good boy. Alright, so see how much fun he has picking things up. So it was really interesting to me that suddenly it was perfectly okay to need help, even if it was from a dog. That was really useful. It feels very awkward to me to need help and to ask for help. I feel like I need to justify like why I can't do it myself. So today, a couple of Mormon missionaries are coming over. They're on their mission. They do service projects. They've offered to just help people in the area with anything you need help with. You need help with yard work. You need help moving. You need help cleaning out your garage. You know, whatever. They're just volunteering to help. And I'm sure we're going to talk about God while they're here, but, you know, and they'll pray for me, and I'm okay with that. But there are a few things that are difficult for me to do for myself, and now I'm like running around cleaning my house like as much as I can. So they're going to come over and help me clean the things that I can't do myself, like they're going to scrub my bathtub for me, which I have such a hard time doing, so I hardly ever do it, and that's disgusting. But when I was asking them if they could help with that, I felt like I had to really explain, you know, I'm disabled, I can do most things myself, I don't have any family around that can help. You know, I have to really justify why I need their help. And they're like, yeah, we'd love to help with that. They're not asking, you know, if there's a reason why you need help. They're just saying, you know, can we help? We'd like to help. What can we help with? But I'm feeling like I really have to justify it. And I feel like it's kind of like when someone's coming over to clean your house and you feel like you need to clean your house first. That's a little bit silly, but, you know, I want it. Yeah. It's awkward for me. It's really awkward. It's hard to need help. And it's something that I'm working on because really none of us can do everything by ourselves. We all need help with certain things. And I really believe in helping. I help other people whenever I can. And I actually enjoy helping other people. And so if you assume that other people also enjoy helping, you know, in order to get that joy of helping, some people have to be willing to receive help. And it's a lot harder to receive help than to give help, though. It's supposed to be better to give than to receive, maybe, but there's some proverb that says that, right? But it's easier to give, I think, for a lot of people. Yeah, I don't know if it's better or not. I don't think one's better than the other, but it can be a lot easier to give, I think. So anyway, my bathtub is probably going to be cleaner than it's ever been. And I'm going to bake cookies because that's something I'm able to do, and so I'm going to offer them cookies. I got all that eggnog from the food pantry the other day, and I got a recipe for sugar cookies that have eggnog in it. So I'm going to feed them sugar cookies with eggnog in it. And that's it. So let me know kind of your thoughts about how do you feel about when you need help? Is it hard for you to ask for help? If you've gotten good at asking for help, let me know how you did it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. If you hit the little bell icon, YouTube is supposed to tell you when I post a new video. And everybody have a great day.